What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this Travis Scott situation. It's a very terrible thing that happened, and it's probably going to go down as one of the worst incidents at a concert in quite some time. I mean, we've had bad incidences happen before, but Travis Scott is in a lot of trouble. And not only did 8 people, I believe, lose their lives, there were other people that were injured during his Astroworld fest or concert, right? And now he's being sued. This thing has gone completely viral. Travis Scott has come out and spoke about it. Kylie Jenner. Now him and Drake are being sued. Because there are people that are saying that especially Drake incited the crowd there. I don't know where that goes. We're going to get into it. But this, to me, is going a lot of different directions. People are saying it was demonic. People are saying it was a sacrifice. I'm not really going to go there. When I'm going to say it was gross negligence. It was a lot going on at this event. There was a lot going on there, and there's going to be more details that come out. I saw something where they talked about how the security guards said they felt the poke, that they were being poked or they were being needled. That's what I saw, something like that as well. And Travis Scott is being blamed for this because it was his event, and this looks bad. This really looks bad. Now he's being sued, and this thing has gone completely viral, and I don't know where we go from here. He may not be able to do Astroworld again, because from what I saw, I mean, look at this. People are saying that it was Illuminati. It was a lot going on in this event. This is why I would never go to a festival, especially an event with a bunch of people in the crowd, like that. I would never go to anything like that because stuff like this is bound to happen. But let's get into this article from abcnet.ua. Travis Scott and promoters Live Nation and Scoremore and other Astroworld organizers are being sued over the festival, which ended in tragedy on Friday with 8 deceased and hundreds left injured or paralyzed or hospitalized. The lawsuits called the festival disaster a predictable and preventable tragedy that was motivated by profit at the expense of concert goers' health and safety. Let me tell you something. We just came out of the CV, right? Everybody was at home. Nobody was able to really go anywhere. Now that things have opened up and they're now able to go to concerts, people don't know how to act. We see fights at sporting events, football games, fights in the stands, basketball games, there's fights going on, baseball games, there's fights. The intensity level of so many people have ratcheted up. So when you have something like this going on a Friday night, a lot of those people probably ain't been out in a long time. It's going to make that the worst possible place to be in. And let me say this about Travis Scott. Travis Scott was more concerned about making sure that his concert was going on than I think he was going on in the crowd. A lot of times these artists are not paying attention. It is up to the security that they hired to look into that. But it seemed like there was a lot of negligence. And I think it had a lot to do with the fact that I saw a video where they had the gate shut or locked. They opened the gate and all these people started flooding into Astroworld, right? And people are trampling over each other. This is when they opened up the gates. So from the start, it was going to go bad. That's why when you do these festivals, you have to make sure that things are locked down, secure, that you have the perimeter, everything tightened up so you can avoid stuff like this. But a lot of times with these festivals like this, man, you can't control these people. And now Travis Scott is to blame for this. Back to the article. Let's see. Expected to be the first of many filed over Astroworld, the suit was filed Saturday in Houston's Harris County District Court by injured concert goer Manuel Souza, who accused the organizers of negligence and gross negligence and is seeking at least $1 million. The complaint claims organizers disregarded potential warning signs early in the day, such as when concert goers breached a security gate at the park. I saw that video. That was atrocious. Stampede onto the premises and trampled over one another. That's when you knew things were going to go bad. But again, the people, Travis Scott, they are there to make money. That's why you got to have better security. You have to have that thing secured up. You can't have people waiting outside like that. Because what's going to happen is once you allow all of them to just flood in, they're going to just flood. They want to get to the front of the stage. And that, again, everybody wants to put the blame on Travis Scott. But what about all those people trampling to get in there? That's a choice that they made. Unfortunately, they made that choice to go stampeding onto those premises. They made that choice, and they want to blame Travis Scott for that. The one thing I will say Travis Scott is at fault at is that they did not have that event secured properly. Those people just flooding in there like that. Was it a free concert? Did they take tickets? Were tickets bought online? Like, it's crazy. All those people just flooding in there. The fatal crowd surge kicked off at around 9 p.m. and Travis Scott's headline set, which was live streamed on Apple Music and featured a surprise appearance from Drake to perform Sicko Mode. Houston police and firefighters were called out to the festival, responding to a mass casualty. Police officials said promoters Live Nation agreed to cut Scott's show short after multiple people collapsed at around 9:38 p.m. But Scott's set continued for another 37 minutes. As Houston Chronicle reports, a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old were among the 8 fatalities, while other victims ranged from age 17 to 21. That's the problem. You got 14 and 16-year-olds at this event. And I will say this too. If Travis Scott, the fact that Travis Scott didn't listen, either they didn't tell Travis Scott or Travis Scott didn't care. Now that's where he's negligent at. When you're having issues and your team is coming to you, telling you need to cut it short and you don't, then that's where you're going to be liable, because they're saying, hey, we told him to get off stage early and he refused to do it. He kept going. So if Travis Scott did do that and he was warned and he didn't stop, yeah, he's going to get sued by a lot of people. This is going to be the first of many lawsuits that Travis Scott does, and Travis Scott won't be able to do Astroworld in Houston anymore. How could he be able to do this? Especially if he was warned and he still continued to set. Because I'm pretty sure somebody might have told him. He probably just shrugged it off like, whatever. That's why you're negligent, bro. Scott stopped several times throughout the 75-minute performance, asking security to check on patrons in distress, but has been criticized on social media over footage acknowledging an ambulance in the crowd and continuing to perform. I guess this is a video here.
Y'all were in there, bro. Shut the fuck up. Exactly right. Y'all weren't in there. People are fucking dying. I want to save somebody's life. That's somebody's kid.
Two hands to the stop.
I want to save them.
Two hands to the stop. 2 hands up, y'all. 2 hands up. Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me. Let's go.
You gotta hold people in the pit. We'll take care of them.
Sousa lawsuit reportedly notes that even after ambulances arrived to treat attendees who had suffered serious, obvious injuries, Astroworld organizers made the conscious decision to let the show go on. See, that's where they messed up. Because in this situation, people are going to sue you if you don't make sure that people are getting medically treated so you can cover yourself on your end. But the fact that they kept going, yeah, that's going to get you sued. Despite the extreme risk of harm to concert goers that was escalated by the moment. The suit also singles out Scott himself, pointing to the history of intense concerts encouraging fans to rage. This kind of behavior has long been encouraged by the festival's founder and main performer, Sousa wrote. His express encouragement of violence has previously resulted in serious violence at numerous past concerts. In 2015, Scott pled guilty to disorderly conduct and sentenced to 1 year probation after he encouraged his fans to rush the stage at Lollapalooza in Chicago. In 2017, he was arrested on similar charges in Arkansas concert and later pled guilty to disorderly conduct. Same year, Scott was sued by a fan who was partially paralyzed after being pushed off a third-story balcony at a Manhattan show. Scott has promised to cooperate with authorities as a full investigation to Astroworld incident continues. I'm absolutely devastated by what took place last night, he wrote in a Twitter statement. My prayers go out to the families and all those impacted by what happened at Astroworld.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on.
And that was from Travis Scott. I don't know where we go from here. It's gonna be tough, man. But I know that people are gonna sue him. They're gonna sue Live Nation. I don't think this is gonna stop his trajectory. I just think that he has a history of concerts going bad, and that is going to probably hurt him in these suits. The best thing he can do is make sure that he has done everything on his end as far as cooperating, as far as trying to genuinely help people, because he did stop his show. And I think that what he can say on his side is that I stopped the show. I made sure that people were getting treated, but I went back to doing what I was doing. Because and listen, some people may not like this, but he probably in his mind said, you know what, let me continue to entertain the crowd. They paid to be here. I don't want to just cut the show, because if he would have just cut the show, people would have probably gotten even more angry. Because we've seen people when the show gets cut short and they rage, really rage. But I don't know. It's not looking too good. It's really not looking too good. Everybody's blaming him. They're saying that this was done on purpose. I don't know about that. I just don't know. I think this got completely out of control. I think Travis did not do enough initially to make sure things simmered down. But what can you do when you have a crowd of that many people there? People got to understand these are human beings, and their primal instinct, especially in that particular environment with that type of music, is to just figuratively lose their mind, right? And that's what happened, man. But we definitely gonna see. I'm not about to sit here and be no conspiracy theorist. A lot of people are floating that around. I'm not about to say that. I'm going to go with the facts, and the facts are that Travis Scott and his team are in a lot of trouble. But at the same time, those people did not make this situation any easier. Bum rushing up into that event. They did not make it easy whatsoever. They can't blame Travis Scott for trampling all over each other just to get into his event. Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you like this video and share it.